Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my February bullet journal video. I have already filmed it and I'm just coming back to do the intro real quick. But yes, February is my birth month, so I did more of like a astrological crystal kind of sort of theme, if that works. And I did do a lot of the drawing beforehand, and then obviously I did some of the painting in the video. But I also briefly wanted to talk really quickly about something that I need your guys' opinions on, and it's pertaining to my bookshelves actually. So if you guys have seen my most recent bookshelf tour, I purchased 2 of the Billy bookshelves and I put one of them together, incorrectly might I add, but I put one of them together and I set up all my books on it, and I have since filled that bookshelf and I needed to use the second one, and I'm going to insert some clips and photos so you guys know what I'm talking about. But upon opening the second box, I realized that it was completely shattered. The sideboard had like cracked either before we had bought it or bringing it home. I don't know when it had broken, but it was shattered, so I couldn't use it, and I was outside of the window of when I had purchased it, so I pretty much wasted $40, which it's over and done with. I can't do anything about it now. But the reason that it's an issue is because the nearest IKEA is 3.5 hours from me, and it is like a drive, and it's not something convenient for like if the sideboard shatters again. It's not really something that I can like just run down the street and go fix. So the idea that I was having with the Billy bookshelves, I'm gonna put a picture up now, is this, like having a wall of bookshelves made with 3 of the regular sized and then 1 of the like thinner ones. But I took to Pinterest, as I usually do when I need an idea, and I've been seeing a lot of like hanging bookshelves, which if you saw my first bookshelf tour, I had like floating shelves and I really liked them, but they were only about like 16 inches long, so I could only fit like a couple books on each shelf. So I have since found that if I just cut some plywood, which I have in my garage, I can like create my own wall of bookshelves. So what do you think looks better? What do you think works out? I will also insert a picture of the space that like we're putting the bookshelves into. And obviously you saw the pictures of what I'm talking about, like a wall of hanging bookshelves. So yeah. And then if I do have it, the plywood is like uncured or untreated, like it's just plain plywood. So I could then color it, so I could make it like match my desk, which my desk won't be next to it. But if you guys have seen the texture of my desk, I could do something like that, or I could like spray paint it black or white or gray or brown or like an actual color. Green's my favorite color, but I also really think the baby pink would be cool. So yeah, I'm just seeking advice. I need your guys' help. I'm really stuck on what to do and what to do with this space, because it is like a storage room, so there are storage doors that like I have to be mindful of. I think I'm leaning more towards the hanging bookshelves, just because 3.5 hours, all of that gas money, plus then buying the bookshelves and then having to come home and make them, as opposed to like if I just put up like a slat wall, I could just hang the shelves on the slat wall. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think would look best. And if you do agree that I should do the hanging shelves, let me know what color I should paint the plywood. All right, that is that. We're gonna get into the bullet journal video now, and I'm gonna stop jibber jabbering. Hey everybody, thank you for putting up with me for that introduction, but definitely let me know down below what you guys think about those shelves. I'm still stuck, and this video was filmed like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so this is for my February bullet journal setup. Like I said in the beginning, February is my birth month, so I did this kind of like astrological purpley and blue and like geometric kind of natal chart page. And then I'm just setting up my TBR page, which I decided to color in its entirety with a Tombow brush marker that you're gonna see me color everything here with a purple one. And this took so long, and there are various points where I like decide I'm gonna give up, but we went too far and I couldn't go back at that point. So yes, it's not the most even, but I did fix it like off camera so it looks like much better. And then I just did a lot of this with like a Posca paint marker, the jelly roll. I used the blackout paper for the like natal chart, and then I also just used acrylic paint for the blue and gray like splotches. Okay, so I finished coloring the background out in purple, and then I just, like I said, used the Posca paint marker to put out my TBR, and then I'm using the metallic jelly rolls too, just like I used on the like art page. I'm using on this side, and I just did like some geometric shapes, and then I also just outlined all of the boxes. These boxes are going to be where I put the 6 books that are on my TBR this month. They are not the ones that I included for my Blackathon list, but they're just other books that I wanted to get around to hopefully this month. And then I just added some cool constellations and some like kind of like circular design patterns. So I just added the finishing touches, and then I went on to the Days Red spread. For this month, I decided to do like 2 separate ones because last month I was doing just one like grid tracker and then filling it in with a different color based on what I was reading, and I did not have a fun time filling it out that way. I didn't enjoy it, so I just decided to do one side for audio and one side for physical, so that if I read both on one day I can just color in both boxes. And then I am using this washi tape. I'll try and find it where I got it from, link down below. I got them in a variety pack from Etsy, and it's just the thickest of the like constellation row in it of the washi tape. So I used that, and then I just tried to write out like Days Red as best as I could with a Tombow pen, and then I just like outlined the washi tape with a gold Sharpie marker because it kind of blended a little too much with the white pages, so I wanted there to be a little bit more definition. Okay, so here I am just outlining the crystals that I drew in. This was my first time drawing crystals, so they don't look the best. But then I also just ripped up the washi tape in half to outline the banner. And then I'm using these Staedtler watercolor pencils. If you guys can't get your hands on an actual watercolor kit, I know they're super expensive and I haven't gotten around to buying one yet. Try out these watercolor pencils. They're super portable. You could just bring the pencils and then like a water bottle with you even if you wanted to. And you could really do watercolor anywhere. They're super duper convenient and they're really nice if you shade properly. It blends with like even the smallest amount of water. They're really, really great. So I'm just outlining with my new graph gear pencil that I had gotten and showed you guys in my last haul. I'm absolutely loving it. And then I just tried to outline crystals and like get the dimensions the best I could. Alright, so this is the final and probably my simplest spread, and it is just my notes, statistics, and then my video tracking spread. My notes is very simple. I just leave blank space for any video ideas or notes I have on books. My statistics, I really refined this month. I have a spot for nonfiction, continued series, graphic novels or comics, audiobooks, and then horror. I want to try and read at least 3 of each, and obviously some of them will overlap. Pages read and days read, I have a spot for tracking. And then my video tracker, I just made a note to myself that I want to have a goal of uploading at least once a week, as well as my Bookstagram, and then just a calendar to track the days that I post and if I'm being consistent or not. I did not leave a page for my favorite book because I'm actually going to do like a scrapbook spread in my life journal. I did that for my vision board for this year and I love the way it turned out, so I'm actually going to do that for my favorite book. Alright guys, so for the final flip through, we've got my beautiful title page and my TBR, the days read with audio and physical, my simple as can be books read spread. I really like how I've been doing this recently, and then my final page. So that is it for me today guys. I hope you enjoyed this bullet journal video, and of course, as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!